This is the first video where we are going to be using what you'd consider typical algebra expressions. So the title of this video is Algebra, and it's simplifying expressions. Alright. It's quite hard to draw straight on these trackpads. So, first of all, you'd be saying to yourself, okay, what's an expression? This would be an expression. 3x squared minus 2x plus 3. So that's an expression, okay? Now, there's a few key terms that you need to know so you could describe this expression. First of all, I'll talk about this number here. This number has no letter beside it. It's just the number by itself, and it's a plus 3. It could be a minus 3 or a minus 2 or a plus 7, but when it's a number by itself like this, this is what's called a constant. Okay? Now, here and here, the two x's. We have x here by itself, and then we have x squared. These are called variables. V-A-R-I-A-B-L-E-S, variables. And they are variables because the number that you could choose to represent x. So if you say, oh, x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3, that number changes. So you could put in different numbers for x. So it's variable, it changes. What numbers we could put in for x changes. And then the number in front of the variables, okay, that is called the coefficient. The coefficient. So we have constant, which is the number by itself. We have the variable, which is the letter. Now it's not always x, it can be y, it can be b, it can be ab, it could be squared, it could be cubed, or it could be just by itself. And then the coefficient is the number in front of the letter, in front of the variable. So when I say simplifying expressions, let's have a look over here at this, okay? 3x plus 2x. Now this is an expression. Can I simplify it? Can I make it more simple? Make it more concise? Well, yes, I can. The variable x and this variable here, they're both the same. So 3x plus 2x, well, we can add the coefficients together because the variables are the same. The coefficient is this number here and this number here. We can add those two together because the variable is the same. So 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x. You might remember this from Junior Cert. Now, here's another example. 2x squared minus 4x squared. First of all, are the variables the same? Yes, they are. This is an x squared and this is also an x squared. So that means that we can simplify this further. So 2 minus 4 would give us minus 2. Minus 2. And we also need to write down the variable. So it's minus 2x squared. So we have simplified this. Now, if we look at this, 3ab plus 2ad. Okay, can we simplify this further? No, we can't, because the variable here is ab and this variable is ad. They are not the same. So 3ab's can't be added to 2ad's. They are different. So that is the simplest that this expression can be. And another one like this, 3x squared plus 2x. Can this be simplified? No, it can't, because this variable here is an x squared and this variable here is an x. So they're different. So this is the simplest this expression can be. Okay, here is a sum here. So we have 2x plus 4y plus 2 minus 4x plus 3y minus 1. Okay, if you feel comfortable simplifying this, pause the video now and try and simplify this expression here. If you're not, I'm going to do it now in a second so you can watch through. So pause it if you want to try. Okay, so we can simplify this if we add or subtract the ones that are similar or the same, I mean. So we have 2x here, and then we have minus 4x, okay? Do we have any other x's? No, we don't. We have only these two. So 2x minus 4x will give us minus 2x. All right, I like to just draw a line through these because we've dealt with them, so we don't get confused. Now, let's have a look at the y's. We have a plus 4y, and we have a plus 3y. We have no other y's. Nope. So plus 4y plus 3y. Well, that's 4 plus 3y. So it's 7y. And we've dealt with that as well. And now we have the constants, the numbers. Here we have plus 2, and we have minus 1. Do we have any other constants? No, we don't. So 2 minus 1 is 1. And we've dealt with those. So this is the simplest form of this expression. So that's the answer to the question here. We've simplified this long expression into this. All right, here's another one here. 2x squared minus 4xy plus 3y squared minus 2xy plus x squared minus 2y squared. Okay, if you want to have a go at this, pause the video now, and then I'll go through it. So pause it and have a go. Okay, let's go through like for like. So let's have a look here at this one here. This one is 2x squared. Okay, so the variable is x squared. Do we have any other x squareds? We do. We have an x squared here. Now, 2x squared plus x squared. Now remember, in algebra and in maths, if we have a variable like this and there's no number in front of it, there's assumed to be a 1 here, okay? So it's 1x squared. So if there's no number, it's the same as saying 1x squared because there is 1. You can see here 1x squared. So it's 2x squared plus 1x squared or plus x squared. So that's 3x squared. And we'll just put a line through those because we've dealt with these. Now the next one, xy is the next variable. So we have minus 4xy and we have minus 2xy. Do we have any others? No. So minus 4 minus 2, well that would be minus 6, wouldn't it? Minus 6xy. And that's the only xy and that's the only other xy. So we've done those two. Now we're left with y squared, 3y squared, and we're left with minus 2y squared. The variables are the same. They're both y squared and y squared. So it's plus 3 minus 2. So that is plus 1y squared. Now, another way that this could be written is 3x squared minus 6xy plus y squared, because when 1 is the coefficient, we can just leave it out. Because if there's no number in front of the variable, which is the y, it's considered to be 1. So I don't have to write it. I don't have to write the 1. I can write it like this, or I can write it like this. Either of those. And they'd both be correct. Okay, now I have included an image as an attachment to this email, and I want you to do those questions for homework. And you can refer back to this if you're stuck. And be careful of minuses. Okay.